These days, 500 horsepower is cheaper and more accessible than ever. And you can get it in a variety of cars.
Yes, and it's not actively trying to kill you either.
But the only question we have is, when you've got this variety, which car do you get? And that's why you get a car like the BMW X4M Competition.
Bull. No. You get the Mustang GT 350.
What? It doesn't have,
listen.
You need 4 doors.
Flat plane V8.
Yeah,
naturally aspirated.
There's no point if you can't take anybody with you. You need to take people.
If 500 horsepower is so cheap and accessible, and if it's not dangerous anymore, then the only 500 horsepower car you should be buying is the one that feels dangerous, goes fast, and isn't accessible because it costs like $170,000. And that car's the Acura NSX.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
We have 3 500 horsepower cars, but which one is the best? We're gonna take them to the track and put them to the test.
I think really just the song could just be a little tighter.
Okay, fuck off.
Is there a more perfect car, a more perfect iteration of something with over 500 horsepower? No, there is not. It's a rhetorical question. Because 3 words, flat, plain, V8. An engine that you can rev the absolute balls off of, and it only comes with a manual 6-speed. Engine in the front, power to the rear, all American. This thing all but shits stars and stripes. Which is why this is the best contender for 500 horsepower. It has only a hair over 526, and there was a time when 500 horsepower was extremely scary. But it's not anymore, and especially not in a Mustang. You'd think it would be, but it's not. See, in the Mustang, it's so approachable and well balanced. You'd think it would be hairy all over the place, and it can be, if you want it to be. And it sounds awesome.
The thing about the 500 horsepower club is 500 horsepower is a lot of power. And because of that, if you have more than one car with 500 horsepower, you're either extremely wealthy or a loon. And frankly, those are pretty much the same thing. But the thing is, you're probably only gonna have one car. So you might as well get the car you can use every single day in every single situation. And that means you need a car for the track and a car, frankly, you can stuff all your kids and crap in. And you can't really do that in the Mustang. You can't really do that in the NSX. Those are fine if you're, you know, a retiree with no friends. But otherwise, you want this, a BMW X4M Competition. That way, you can live your life and have your 500 horsepower car and drive it whenever you want. And yeah, you want to have 500 horsepower so you can go crazy fast.
So the 500 horsepower club. It's very obvious why you're not about to hop into the X4M Competition. It's because you actually have a personality, you know? The people who are gonna buy that, they're buying it because they've compromised their life with things like friends, coworkers, and probably children or something like that, something lame. I don't want to compromise. And so if I'm not gonna compromise, the car I want to have is the Acura NSX, because I'm gonna know that I'm getting Acura and Honda build quality. They have a special performance manufacturing center that just churns out the Acura NSX. And even if I crash it, trying to use all 500 horsepower, I can send it back to Acura and they'll send it back to the factory and they'll fix my car for me. That's fantastic.
You know, I think I might have been wrong actually, because the thing is, I said that these cars are cheaper, but they're not cheap, and 500 horsepower is still a lot of power. Yeah, I mean, you could just get a whole fleet of Miatas, tie them all together if you want, you know, like you have a chariot.
A chariot of Miatas.
Yeah.
You'd rather have a chariot of Miatas than...
Yeah, like 5 of them. That'll give you 500
horsepower
horsepower and it'll probably be about the same price.
You're right about expensive though. My car's the most expensive and it's pretty boring looking, honestly.
No, it looks great. It looks great.
It looks
just
fine.
A poster. Yeah.
It's not a poster.
I will hold to that I chose right, as I always do. My Mustang is loud and vulgar and brash, as am I. Therefore, it is the best, and you two are wrong.
It's
You
just
know what,
annoying.
actually, she might be right. The Mustang is really great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 500 horsepower, it's manual. It's actually pretty good on a track. And and it comes with Kristen Lee.
Yeah, but I don't think that says anything different about which style of car.
We're done.
We're done.
That's what we learned today. Thank you so much for watching.
We have 3 500 horsepower cars, but which one is the best? We're gonna take it to the track and see which one's the best.